Good evening. This is David Chen, and I am introducing my Handbook of Taiwanese Romanization. This book is the mapping of Taiwanese Romanization and cross-referencing it with Taiwanese phonetic symbols. The Taiwanese phonetic symbols are similar to the bopomofo that is used for teaching children how to speak Mandarin in Taiwan. The same symbols are applied to Taiwanese but have been extended to include consonants and vowels that are unique to Taiwanese. The symbols are very specific in sound and remain constant, whereas Taiwanese romanization may vary. I cover 5 Taiwanese romanization methods in this book, the most common being POJ, 北纬基, also known as church romanization. 北纬基 is the most common orthography in Taiwan with dictionaries, Bibles, and hymnals. And this was once the most widespread. It's still used heavily in Taiwan, and one example I have of this is a Maryknoll dictionary. Here is the Amoy English Dictionary. And if you open it up, there are several terms that are using 北纬基 spelling. The other version of romanization I want to talk about is called Taiwanese Pinyin, Taiwanese romanization pinyin, which is known as Tailo. And here are 2 dictionaries. This is a concise Taiwanese word dictionary. And this here is the practical Taiwanese word dictionary. And these are character dictionaries, but they also list by Chinese characters and romanization spelling. That is very similar to church romanization, just slightly different. This is a secular derivative of the church romanization. So it's called Taiwanese Pinyin. And both of these romanizations are used in typing out Taiwanese. If you want to learn to type Taiwanese, there are keyboards available on your smartphone, on your iPhone and your Android phone. And I discussed those in my book as well. A third romanization I want to discuss here is known as the Bodman Taiwanese romanization, after Nicholas Bodman. Nicholas Bodman has a book called Spoken Taiwanese. And his book was around since the early 1980s and was the only book available for a long time. When I first looked at this book, I thought that the romanization spelling was exactly the same as church romanization, and I found out it is not. However, he had 2 prior books called Spoken Amoy Hokkien Volumes 1 and 2, where he explained his method. Problem is, these books have been out of print. And but nevertheless, he covers a lot of conversations and dialogues that are great if you know how to read them. And so I have explained his romanization in his book because those books have long been made available in the US. The other romanizations I will be discussing are known as Tongyong Pinyin. So Tongyong Pinyin is a system that was developed in Taiwan to streamline Taiwanese Mandarin and Hakka, and they are more like the Mandarin Pinyin, Hanyu Pinyin, very similar structure, similar spelling and structure. And one of them I wanted to highlight is known as the Tongyong Taiwanese Dictionary. The Tongyong Taiwanese Dictionary was developed by Andrew Wu. It's a Taiwanese character dictionary that's listed alphabetically by pinyin spelling, but also has an index if you want to look up the stroke order for the for the characters. He also has an app that he developed for the Android and for the iPhone. So you can find those on your Google Play or on your iTunes. All the keyboards and apps are free. and I explain them in my book as well. So please take a look at my Handbook of Taiwanese Romanization, and please contact me if you need help or if you're interested. And if you like this song that's being played right now, this song is known in Taiwanese as Qing Cun Nia. And Qing Cun Nia means the hills of youth. As you can see here, I wrote the spelling out in Taiwan Nomaji Pinyin, or secular Taiwanese Romanization Pinyin. Anyway, I cover all these spellings in this book, Handbook of Taiwanese Romanization, and so please check it out. Thank you, and good night.